Hey everybody, I'm so excited that you are here. Today we are going to be talking about everything that you need to know to get started on your crochet designer business. So starting a business is simpler than it seems, but it's also very easy to feel overwhelmed with all the tasks. My job today is to give you all the steps that you need to get started and to make you take action. So having your own designer business is a lot of fun. We get to wake up every day and do what we love, and earning is just a bonus. It's like the icing on the cake. If you are searching for answers, it means that there's already a spark in you. Maybe you want to earn a little extra to treat your family or just buy some more yarn. Or maybe you dream of creating a full-time income. Whatever your reasons for starting, you are in the right place. So let's talk about what we are going to learn today. Number 1, the 10 clear steps you need to take to get started. So you know me by now, there's going to be no fluff, just the exact steps that you need to take to launch your crochet design business with confidence. Number 2, I will give you action steps for each step. Practical, doable tasks to do so that you can take action. I do not want this to be a learning only video. I want you to take action and I want you to take action today. Number 3, we are also going to talk about the biggest thing that is holding us back, and you may already know what this is. Number 4, we are also going to talk about what you think you need to do but you actually don't need to do. So I'll break down the misconceptions about starting a business so you can focus on what really matters. So before we start, here are a few things that you need to know. This video is a comprehensive guide. This will be a long video because I want to cover everything you need to know to start your business. To make it easier, I've created a free checklist for you and you can grab it from the link in the description box and in the pinned comment. I've written down all the steps we will discuss today so you can pay attention to today's video. I have also provided a space for taking notes because I love taking notes. Here is a sneak peek of the free checklist. Related resources are coming. I'll be making additional videos over time to cover each of the steps more in detail. As I create them, I'm going to link those videos as extra resources in the description box below. And you can ask me anything. So if you have questions about anything, please don't be afraid to leave them in the comments below and I'll be sure to get back to you. So I want to tell you a story today about Ellie and Happy, two aspiring crochet designers with a shared passion for creating beautiful patterns. Both were talented, creative, and eager to turn their hobby into a business. But their journeys took very different paths, and so did their results. We see this very often. So Ellie was so excited to get started that she dove right in headfirst. She designed her first few patterns, set up an Etsy shop, and shared a few posts on social media. But soon she felt very overwhelmed. Her patterns weren't selling, she wasn't sure how to market them, and she wasn't attracting her ideal audience. Her shop was getting no sales, she was working very hard and trying to do everything at once, leading to burnout. She started doubting her skills and questioning whether this dream was even possible for her. Happy, on the other hand, took a different approach. Before she launched her first pattern, she invested time in learning how to build her business the right way. She started slower than Ellie. She researched her niche, created a clear plan, and understood her target audience. When she was ready to launch, she had an audience excited to buy her pattern. She kept improving with each design, growing her following, and connecting with her customers. Within months, Happy's business was thriving, while Ellie's was still struggling. So what was the difference? Happy followed a roadmap. She didn't try to guess her way through. It takes longer to succeed when you don't know which path to follow, no matter how hard you work. So the right way allows you to grow faster, to do less, and to see more results. If you're unsure of where to start or how to turn your passion into a profitable business, you're not alone. I know how overwhelming it can feel when you first start. I've been there. I now run my own successful design business, Let's All Crochet, as most of you know, where I earn 5 figures just from designing and selling my own patterns, not counting any other income. So I've just released only 8 patterns in 2024 and made sales every single day. I've not even posted daily on social media. You can see that I have been absent for months. My goal is to scale my design business to 6 figures in a very sustainable way by working smarter and not harder. And I want to share what I've learned along the way with you. So when I started 5 years ago, my goal was very simple: make a little extra money to buy some more yarn and support my hobby, or should I say my yarn obsession. But as I researched, I discovered that many crochet designers earn full-time incomes and even more just by designing and selling their own patterns. So there's no guide specifically that I could find for starting a crochet designer business out there, so I decided to create one myself. This guide is what I wish I had when I was first starting out. When the foundation is strong, the building is strong. It is important to remember that like any business, crochet also requires effort. If you're willing to put in the work upfront, you can build a business that not only makes money as you sleep, but also lets you wake up to do what you love. As you all know, this is very important to me and very close to my heart. So you know I love quotes, and this is the only quote that I will share today. Working hard for something we don't care about is called stress, and working hard for something we love is called passion. So let's start right at the beginning. What exactly do I mean by a crochet designer business? A crochet designer creates original crochet patterns, then writes up the instructions on how others can replicate their project. The income comes from patterns sold to other makers and crocheters, mostly online. Now let's talk about what you think you need but actually don't to start a crochet design business. Number 1, you don't need to be an advanced crocheter. Are you shocked? You don't need to be an expert to start designing. Beginners and intermediate crocheters can create their own patterns too. All you need is to want to create your own patterns. Let's go to number 2. You don't need super tech skills. You don't need to be a tech wizard. I have average or lower than average tech skills at best, but with the internet, it's easy to learn just about anything that you set your mind to. You don't need a large pattern library before you launch. You don't need to wait till you have 10 patterns ready to launch your business. I started my business with just one pattern, and that's exactly what I recommend you start with. Number 4, you don't need to wait to be good enough. Waiting is a way of procrastination. Every designer begins somewhere, and you can only improve with practice over time. Number 5, you don't need 24 hours a day to run a design business. Most designers start this as a side hustle, setting aside a few focused hours each week to design, write, and market their patterns. All our minds, including mine, tend to give us excuses why we can't follow our dreams. Today, I'm here to tell you that you can, and don't let anybody or yourself tell you otherwise. So when do you know you're ready to start your crochet design business? To put it simply, if you have been secretly itching to design a pattern and sell it, then this video is to start today. If you have been mentally designing patterns but feel nervous about writing them down and selling them because you're not good enough, then here's the truth. You'll only get better by doing it, not by thinking. So if you have already been crocheting your own designs and you keep postponing writing the patterns and sharing them, then it's time to stop hesitating. Instead of creating more unwritten masterpieces, take the leap and turn the ideas in your head into written patterns that you can share. If you already sell crochet items but are looking to earn more from crochet, then writing patterns is the perfect, most scalable way to earn from crochet. Now, if you are ready, I'm going to get into the meat and potatoes of this video. So here are the steps that I would follow if I was just starting my designer business. I have broken them down into 10 steps in the order in which I would follow them. So my challenge to you today is to not get overwhelmed. Just check off one thing on the list at a time, and before you know it, you'll have done everything. So be sure to grab your free checklist from the description box below, or comment checklist so that I can send it to you so you can follow along with this video. Step 1. Do your market research. Before anyone starts any business, they do some market research. So starting a crochet business should not be any exception. We want to take a look around us and see what's happening in our space. Market research helps us understand what people actually want so that we can create patterns that are going to sell. So here's how we will approach it. Study the competition. Research established crochet designers. What kind of patterns do they sell? What price points are common? Which social media do they use? Seek feedback. Join crochet communities on Facebook, Reddit, or Instagram. Ask potential customers about their favorite pattern features, colors, and what they struggle to find or what they wish designers offered. I want to add here that you should always follow and respect the community rules and guidelines and give more than you take. Analyze trends. Check social media platforms like Instagram and Pinterest as well as marketplaces like Etsy and Ravelry to see what type of crochet patterns are trending. Look for recurring themes, styles and color palettes. I want to add an important note. Remember that our goal is not to copy anybody, it is actually the opposite. We want to be our own unique self. After every step, I'm going to give you an action step and tell you exactly what to do. So you will conduct your market research today. Do not stretch this out. I have a tendency to waste days and even months on tasks that should be finished in just a couple of hours. So grab a pen and a paper and set a timer for a couple hours and finish this today. Step 2. Find out what you are selling, to whom you are selling to, and why somebody should pick your pattern over all the other patterns available. Before we start selling, we need to know what kind of patterns are selling. We also need to know who we are selling to. We need to figure out how to make our patterns stand out. We cannot sell everything to everyone. This is a recipe for disaster. Trying to sell everything to everyone just spreads us too thin and makes everything harder. There is too much competition in today's crochet world. We might be tempted to start lowering our prices just to get sales, and we do not want this at all. We can avoid the overwhelm and the underpricing trap by finding our niche, finding our target audience, and defining our unique selling proposition or the USP. These 3 steps will help us focus on what we do best, connect with the right people, and stand out in a crowded marketplace. So let's talk about niche first. What are you going to sell? To grow quickly and effectively, it's important to focus on one type of pattern, establish yourself as an expert in that niche, and then expand gradually. A focused approach not only makes it easier for people to find you, but also helps build trust and loyalty. People are naturally drawn to specialists who excel in a specific area. They know what to expect and are confident in the quality of your work. Think about bakers. A gentle baker might offer a variety of baked goods, bread, cookies, cakes, and pastries. But when you need a wedding cake, you're more likely to choose a baker who specializes in wedding cakes. Why? Because their focus and expertise give you confidence and they'll deliver something extraordinary tailored to your needs for your special occasion. Specialists stand out because they are known for doing one thing exceptionally well. So ask yourself, what excites you the most? Do you enjoy designing garments, cozy home decor, or stylish accessories? Are you drawn to modern, fashion-forward designs, or do you prefer creating timeless classics? Your niche should align with your skills, passion, and your audience. Trying to appeal to everyone usually doesn't work. Without focus, it's harder to connect with a specific group of people, and your patterns can end up feeling generic and forgettable. You'll also have to compete with experts who are already well known in their niche, which can make it harder for people to pick your pattern. So let's talk about your action step. You're going to pick your niche. Start by reflecting on these questions. What are your skills? What do you already excel at? And what are your strengths in crochet? What do you enjoy crocheting? What projects excite you and keep you motivated? You don't want to pick something that you don't enjoy. What problems do your patterns solve? Do you help makers create size-inclusive garments, quick and easy gifts, or trendy home decor? We want to offer patterns that people want. It's not just about what you love, but also about what your audience is searching for. Research what's popular in the market and where the gaps exist. People won't buy patterns that they don't want or need, so understanding their needs is also key to making sales. So I have a note for all those who fear niching down. Choosing a niche doesn't mean putting yourself in a box. It's a way to focus your energy so that you can grow faster. Think of it as planting roots. Once you're established in one area, you can branch out and explore other styles or categories. Next, we are going to define our target audience. So when you know exactly who you're designing for, their preferences, their struggles and desires, you can create patterns that feel like they were made just for them. This helps you in creating patterns. This also helps in speaking to your audience in a way that makes them feel like you're the perfect designer for them. So here's how to define your target audience. Number 1, analyze your current customers. If you already have customers, take a closer look at them. What do they have in common? What patterns do they buy most? Their feedback and preferences can guide your future designs and help you identify trends in your audience. Number 2, define your ideal customer. Ask what motivates their purchases. For example, are they drawn to trendy, sustainable, or beginner-friendly designs? They will tell you what they want. Number 3, create customer personas. Develop profiles based on lifestyle, challenges, and goals. This helps tailor your patterns to their specific needs. Define exactly who you're designing for, your ideal client, their style, preferences, and everything else. The more detailed, the better. And last, you're going to ask the right questions. So what purpose does your pattern serve? Who is the end user? What problem does it solve? And why would someone choose your pattern over others? So we have come to the action step now. Use social media polls, surveys, or direct conversations to gather insights. Ask followers what they love to crochet, what challenges they face, and what they want to see next. Their answers can give you valuable ideas and help you refine your target audience further. Once you know who you're designing for, everything else becomes easier. When you focus on the right people, your design stands out naturally and gets more sales. Now we're going to talk about unique selling proposition. Your unique selling proposition is what sets your brand apart and gives your customer a clear reason to choose your pattern over all the others. A strong USP isn't just about being different, it's about being memorable and offering unique value. Your USP highlights what makes your brand special. For example, HelloFresh integrates their USP homemade made easy across all platforms to reinforce their identity. Their website and app highlight their convenience, freshness, and variety with bold messaging and trust signals like customer reviews. On social media, they showcase quick, easy meal prep and user-generated content to make their promise relatable. Their emails and ads emphasize saving time and enjoying fresh meals conveniently and at home, making their USP resonate everywhere to attract their ideal client. To discover your USP, reflect on your strengths, passions, and what your audience values most. Do your designs fill a gap in the market? Do they have any unique features? Research your competition and identify what only you can offer, whether it's your unique style, approachable instructions, or the way you connect with your customers. Your USP should be incorporated everywhere in your brand so that you can attract loyal customers. So what is your action step? You're going to write a one-sentence USP that highlights your unique value. Step 3. Create a business plan. Creating a business plan for the first time might sound intimidating, but it is actually very exciting once we start. Think of it as a flexible roadmap guiding you towards your goals. It's hard to reach a destination if you don't know where you're going, and the same is true for your business. Your business plan should help you clarify your vision, set goals, and outline steps and strategies to reach them. So let's talk about what to include. Number 1, your why. Your why is the driving force behind your crochet business. It's the reason you're starting and what will keep you going even during the not so great times. It's more than just a goal. It's the deeper purpose that inspires you to push through challenges and to keep on growing. So you're going to reflect on these questions. What excites you most about designing your own patterns? What impact do you want your business to have on others and in the world? How does owning this business align with your personal values? And what does your crochet business mean to you? So your action step is to write a clear, concise statement of why you are starting your business. Next, we're going to cast a vision for your business. A vision gives your business purpose and direction. So imagine your life in a year from now. How many patterns will you have published? What does your business look like? Think about your daily life. What does your day as a designer look like? What do your work hours look like? Write a paragraph describing your ideal business in the long and short term. Number 3. Set clear, achievable goals. Just a vision is not enough to get results. We need a way to take action to achieve it. Set measurable goals to track your progress. For example, you can say publish one pattern each month in the next 3 months, or grow your Instagram by 50 followers in 30 days, or post 5 times a week for 30 days. Bring each goal into actionable steps and assign deadlines to keep yourself accountable. Number 4. Develop a marketing and selling strategy. Your marketing and selling strategies should outline exactly how you are going to do 3 main things. Attract your audience, engage and nurture your audience, and convert your audience into customers. So you're going to pick your platforms, decide what social media platforms to focus on, example Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube. Pick a platform that you enjoy using and create your content strategy. Plan what type of content you'll share, such as tutorials and tips, sneak peeks of upcoming patterns, and behind the scenes looks. So here's a tip for you. You're going to start easy. Marketing evolves over time as you learn more about your audience, and you can always refine your strategies and add more later. Number 5. Stay organized. Running a business requires juggling multiple tasks, so staying organized from day one is very important. You can use a fancy tool like Trello, Notion, Asana or Airtable, or a simple planner to track your deadlines that you have set for your business. I use Word and Google Sheets and Docs. I also use Airtable. Do not waste time on deciding which to use. Just pick what you know for now. You're going to create folders for your patterns, marketing materials, and business documents to keep everything organized digitally. Last, you're going to monitor and adapt your plan as needed. Set aside specific time each week to review your goals and adjust as needed. Your business plan isn't set in stone. As your business grows, revisit and update your plan to reflect your new goal strategies based on what you have learned. So, what is your action step? You're going to create your business plan. Create a very basic brand. Your brand is more than just your logo or your business name. It's your story that you tell through your designs, the way you present yourself online, and the experience that you offer your customers. So branding can be this big rabbit hole that you can go down for months. Or you could just finish it in a day and move on to actually starting your business. The thing is, when we are starting, branding doesn't matter as much as we think it does. It takes a while to get customers, and we can always improve our branding along the way. We shouldn't spend months on creating a brand and stall starting our business. So I'm just going to tell you the absolute basic things that you need to do. Create a business name and logo. Pick a name that suits you and your business. You can change your name later on, but it will take some effort on your part. So try and picture your brand name working for you long term before you pick it. And don't niche down too much on the name. To design the logo, we will simply use Canva or any similar software. There's no need to hire anyone just yet, in my opinion. Keep your logo clean and easy to read across platforms. Number 2, pick your brand colors. Select 3 to 4 colors that represent your style and your brand. Apply these colors to your logo, your website, your social media, and your pattern templates. Number 3, choose a font. Select 2 to 3 fonts for your branding. Use these fonts consistently across all your marketing materials and everything else. They should be easy to read fonts. Number 4, develop a consistent aesthetic. Decide on a general aesthetic for your designs and visuals. Is it minimalistic? Is it playful? Is it vintage? Is it boho? Write a few words that describe your style. Number 5, be consistent. The most important part of branding is consistency. Use the same name, colors, fonts, and style everywhere. Your pattern, social media, and any other communication with your customers. This helps your audience recognize and remember your brand. So what is your action step? You're going to create your brand. You can always better and expand your brand later on as your business grows. For now, just focus on creating a cohesive look and feel that reflects your personality and your style. A simple basic brand is enough to get started and to make a professional impression. Step 5. Get ready legally. So before we can start selling, we need to get the legal stuff out of the way. We need to make sure our business operates professionally and complies with legal regulations. Please note that I am not a lawyer or an accountant, so I cannot give you advice about any legal or financial aspects of your business. What I'm sharing here is general information to help you get started. The legal requirements can vary depending on where you live, in which state you live. So it's very important to do your own research and consult with professionals while setting up your business. So here are the things that you need to do. Number 1, choose a business structure. What type of business do you want to be? Select the structure that best fits your business goals and needs, like sole proprietorship or LLC. You can Google this or ask an expert for more details. So once you have decided that, you're going to register your business name, apply for a tax ID, obtain any necessary permits and licenses like business license and sales tax permit. You're going to set up business banking. You will also need to track your business income and expenses, and consider registering for a trademark to protect your brand identity if you so desire. So I have a few more tips for you. The best way to get more legal information is to call the appropriate offices of the Department of Revenue of your state and simply ask. They will point you in the right direction. You can visit US Small Business Administration online. So I have left the link on the screen. Create a separate bank account for your business. You can easily track your business income and expenses with it. Keep personal and business finances separate to make things easier. The reason you should start with it from day one is that it will help you stay organized from the beginning. When your business grows, you will not have a mess on your hands in regard to bookkeeping. You can also use a free bookkeeping app that will pull all the transactions from your bank account. All you have to do is print out the report and give it to your tax professional, or it will help make your life easier when you file your taxes yourself. If you would prefer, consult a legal or financial professional to determine what works best for your business. Action step. This is a step that may seem a little scary, but remember your why. Take a deep breath and get this done so that you can focus on designing. Step 6. Build your online presence. Before you even start writing your first pattern, I recommend setting up your social profiles. This allows you to start sharing your design journey as you create your pattern, building excitement and attracting followers who are interested in your work. By the time your pattern is ready to launch, you'll already have an audience. Even if it is small, it is eager and ready to buy. We will focus on setting up two main things. Social media platforms. These are your marketing hubs where you will connect with your audience, share your designs and build your brand. Number 2, online shops. These are your sales platforms where the customers can easily find and purchase your patterns. By having both these in place, you're setting yourself up to successfully promote and sell your pattern. Let's discuss social media platforms first. Find out where your customers hang and pick your platforms accordingly. Make sure that you also enjoy the platform. Start small with just one platform first, and then you can add more platforms along the way as you master them. Do not try to do everything at once. It can be very overwhelming and slow down growth everywhere. So Instagram is ideal for pictures and short videos. Use hashtags to grow faster. Facebook, create a business page or a group to connect with your audience and share updates. TikTok, it is great for reaching a younger audience through short, engaging videos of your design process or finished products. I'm not sure if and how long it will stay, so you must look into this first. Pinterest, perfect for driving traffic to your shop or your website by sharing pins for your patterns. YouTube and blog, create long-form videos and articles. These are slower to grow compared to social media, but they give you evergreen traffic. Next, we are going to optimize our social media profiles. So profile picture, use a logo or a high quality photo of you smiling and looking approachable. You can also make it a picture of a pattern or anything else if you have a faceless brand. Just have consistent pictures everywhere so people can recognize your brand. In your bio, write a clear and engaging description of who you are and what you offer. There should be no doubt. Include a link to your shop or your website where you sell your patterns. And now let's talk about setting up your online shops. When I first started selling patterns, I was super confused about everything. I spent a lot of time to figure out the best platform to sell. I just want to save you this time and give you a list of popular places to sell your patterns, and each option has its own benefits and challenges. So here's a quick breakdown and you can decide what you want to do. I'm going to talk about Etsy first. Why start here? Etsy is beginner friendly with a large built-in audience for handmade goods and patterns. The platform is easy to set up and creating a listing is straightforward compared to other options. What are the pros? Access to a marketplace filled with potential customers even if you don't have a big following yet. Tools and analytics to help you track sales and improve your listings. What are the cons? Highly competitive, so standing out may require some effort and some time. Fees for listings, transactions, and payments. However, these fees are okay in my opinion considering the exposure and the sales opportunity that Etsy provides to me. Ravelry. Why should you choose it? Ravelry is well known among crocheters and knitters and is specifically designed for selling patterns. It has many pros. A niche audience of makers actively seeking patterns, a trusted platform in the crochet and knitting community, and it has lots of groups where you can communicate with the crocheters and knitters. What are the cons? You'll need to drive your own traffic to your Ravelry shop as it doesn't have the same marketplace style exposure as Etsy. Ravelry works well if you already have an audience or plan to promote your shop through other channels like social media or email marketing. You can also create your own website. Why should you choose it? You'll have full control over your branding, pricing, and customer interactions. There's no other competition. Your shop is all about you, so there is no marketplace. Cons for beginners. It requires technical skills to set up and maintain your website, initial costs for hosting, domain registration, and platform fees, example Shopify, Squarespace, or WordPress. You'll need to drive your own traffic, which can be challenging without an established audience, especially as a beginner. Ko-fi or Gumroad. Why choose these? These are simple platforms for selling patterns directly without managing a full-time e-commerce shop. Low cost and less technical work as compared to setting up your own website. What is your action step? Set up one social media platform and one shop. Step 7. Write your first crochet pattern. Now we are finally ready to write our pattern after getting all the other stuff done. Yay! Pattern writing, as you know, is the backbone of any successful crochet designer business. A well-written pattern makes sure that makers can easily follow your instructions, creating a positive and enjoyable experience that keeps them coming back for more. So here's my best advice for new pattern writers. Keep it simple. Your first few patterns don't need to be overly elaborate or complex. You just need to complete them. Starting small builds your confidence and lays the groundwork for more intricate designs in the future. If you dive into a complex pattern right away, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and writing the pattern may take you months. You may even quit. Instead, focus on creating simple, straightforward patterns first. Over time, your skill will grow and you can gradually create more complex patterns. So I won't go into the nitty-gritty details today as this is already a very long video. But if you want my help with writing your first pattern, I've got you covered. I'll be releasing a free YouTube video soon on how to write your first pattern, and be sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss it. Some of you have told me that you have been writing your first pattern for months. I want to help you get your pattern done as quickly and efficiently as possible. I have one more option for you. Check out my Write Your First Crochet Pattern in a Week course where I'll guide you step by step through this process. You'll find the link in the description box below. Writing your first crochet pattern is a huge milestone. You want to keep it simple. Focus on making progress and take it one step at a time. So your action step is obviously to write your first pattern. We have reached step 8. Set your price. When I first started, I struggled with pricing my patterns. I set my prices too low because I didn't feel confident at all about my work and what it was worth. A seasoned designer kindly reached out to me on Etsy and encouraged me to raise my prices, explaining that my work had more value than I realized. This advice changed how I viewed my patterns and my whole business, and I'm so grateful for it. Today, I want to pass on the same tips to help you avoid the mistakes that I made. Your pricing should reflect the value of your work, cover your costs, and align with market expectations, all while appealing to your target audience. Pricing too low undervalues your work, while pricing too high without any justification as a new designer may deter buyers. So, finding the sweet spot is important to build a sustainable and profitable business. So, how do you price? You're going to research the market. Understanding the market trends and competitor pricing will give you a good point on where to start. Number 2, cover your costs. Factor in fees from Etsy, Ravelry, PayPal, or any other platforms when you set your final price. Number 3, be confident in your pricing. Many new designers feel hesitant about charging for their work, but remember, you're saving your customers time, effort, and the frustration of figuring things out on their own. Appropriately pricing your patterns helps establish your business as professional and trustworthy. Imagine you're shopping for skincare. If you see a moisturizer priced at $5, while similar products are priced at $30, wouldn't you question its quality? You might think it's bad or poor quality or ineffective. The same applies to your crochet patterns. When prices are too low, people may assume that they are not well made or valuable. Pricing is a learning process, and your confidence will grow as you create more patterns and you will raise your prices. Remember that your work has value and don't be afraid to own it. Your action step is to research prices and add an appropriate price to your pattern. Remember that pricing has nothing to do with you as a person. Step 9. Launch your pattern. So it's so important to launch a high quality pattern even if it's simple. A poorly made pattern can reflect badly on you as a designer and it may lead to negative reviews from the customers. Take your time to make sure your pattern is well written and easy to follow. It's always better to launch something simple and professional. Launching your first pattern may feel like a huge step and it doesn't really need to be. The truth is it's often pretty easy if it is well planned. So once you get past this first launch, you'll realize it gets easier and even more faster and even routine after time. I often come up with silly reasons why I'm not ready to launch even today, like my pictures are not good enough. When you start, it is important to launch rather than wait. I suggest stop coming up with reasons why you're not ready to launch and just do it. Once you have your pattern ready to go, there is no reason to wait. Do not wait till you have 10 patterns or 20 patterns. Do not wait for a larger audience. You will get 10 patterns out faster and get better at it if you start launching one by one, as compared to waiting and stressing. Your audience will also grow with every launch and so will your sales. No time is more perfect than now to launch. I have a 3-step framework for launching any new pattern, which I will share in short with you today. I will create a full video for this later on my YouTube channel. In the pre-launch phase, you'll build anticipation and get everything ready. Start by planning your launch date and outlining promotional activities. Prepare your pattern listing with a compelling description, materials, photos, and final formatting. Begin promoting your pattern early with sneak peeks, behind-the-scene posts, and countdowns to engage with your audience and build excitement. On launch day, you're going to bring the energy, announce your pattern everywhere, social media, newsletter, blog, any platform where your audience hangs out. Tell everyone and their mom that you have released a new pattern. Be active and responsive in the comments, answering questions and celebrating with your followers. The more you engage, the more excitement you'll generate. After the launch, shift your focus to the post-launch phase. Respond to feedback from customers, troubleshoot any issues, provide excellent customer service to ensure a positive experience for your people. Analyze your launch to see what worked well and where you can improve for the next time. And don't forget to celebrate your success. Launching a pattern is a huge accomplishment. Launching isn't just about making sales. It's about establishing your presence as a designer, connecting with your audience, and learning with every experience. Take it one step at a time, focus on progress, and enjoy your journey. Action step: launch your first pattern. If you want my help with this, I'm going to leave a easy launch course for your first pattern in the description box below. Congratulations, you have officially laid the foundation for your crochet design business. Step number 10. Start thinking about what's next. Now that we have covered the basics, let me give you a sneak peek of what's coming next. Don't stress out about tackling everything at once. Building a business is a journey that takes months and even years. Start by designing, writing, and launching more patterns over time. Set small, achievable goals for your new releases and use feedback from your customers to improve. Focus on growing your audience, share consistently on social media, engage with your followers, and start an email list or a website to connect with your customers. As you grow, challenge yourself to improve your skills. Try new techniques, invest in learning opportunities, and keep pushing your creativity. Marketing is also important. Learn to reach more people and increase your sales. Think about diversifying your income. And finally, set some long-term goals for your business. Now that you know all the steps, I want to talk about the biggest challenge that we face as designers. The biggest thing standing between you and your dream design business is not your skills, not your knowledge, or even time. It's the belief that you can't do it. We all have those moments where we think, I'm not good enough, I don't know enough yet, what if I fail? This feels too hard, there are too many steps. These doubts aren't just thoughts. They are the walls that we build around our potential. But here's the truth. The walls, they're not real. They're stories that we tell ourselves, and it's time to rewrite them. You are good enough. You do have what it takes, and you can do this. If you have been waiting for a sign, then this is it. You are more than capable and are so ready to take the first step towards your dream. If I can do it, so can you. Trust yourself. Take the leap and start building the business that you've always dreamed about. The only limit is the one that you place on yourself, and today is the day you should break it. I hope that this video and the checklist inspire you to start your own crochet designer business. I've included everything I could think of to help you get started and tried to keep it as simple as possible. So don't wait any longer. You have everything that you need to do to take action today. Just taking small steps now are going to lead to big shifts in your future. If you're looking for more personalized support, I've got something special for you. Check out the Crochet Designer Business Starter Kit linked in the description box below. It's available at a very special discounted price. It's designed to help you set up your business quickly and with confidence. If you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more helpful tips and videos, and be sure to grab your free checklist to start your business from the description box below. Thank you for being here today and good luck on starting your new business. See you soon.